Hey guys, I'm out doing some gardening today, and I'm gonna do some weeding. So I know I've done some gardening videos in the past, and I haven't done much in like the past couple years. But we have the ultimate weed forest, and not the fun kind of weed, just some trash weed. So I'm gonna do some weeding today. I'm gonna use my energy in my body. I've done this many times, but we'll see if I can really get some nice permanent weeding done. I might show you guys the results later, at least of what I get done today. I figure it's better content if I do this selfie style rather than just showing you the garden itself. Check out my IKEA hat. Slowly getting started on the front section here. I've realized I need to think more like a content creator than a gardener, and I think in my mind it makes it more exciting. So I'm still going. I guess what I think is that I'm having a lot of thoughts as I do this job, and I kind of want to just use the videos to spill my thoughts as I go. In a previous video, I talked about revving up the engines of my life, and one of them is being health, and another one being gardening. And I believe them to be really linked, because if a garden is successful, you get nutritious food out of it. And I've always wanted exercise to be something functional. I'm not interested in doing things like running for cardio or weightlifting or anything like that. If I'm going to use my energy, I want it to be doing something that's somewhat productive. And usually at my day job, I work in art education, not very taxing on the body. It's really quite easy on the body, at least. But this is quite hard on the body, so I'm just gonna keep going here and try to enjoy the fact that I'm using my body, using my muscles. I really hate being hot. It's still the middle of March, and spring hasn't really fully kicked in yet. You still kind of get some winter days. But if I can at least try to get myself to learn how to enjoy it right now. So, because that's like my main weakness, is that once it gets summer, it gets too hot. I really hate working out here. But we'll try to see if we can achieve a mental shift. Hey, so in my mind, I always thought about small scale and large scale decision making. You know, if I look at this whole area, there's a ton of weeds out there. And oftentimes I look at the big areas and I think, oh, I just want to get that one done. But if you look down right at my feet, you know, I had taken out most of the big parts, the big weeds in this area, but there's a bunch of tiny little leaves, and I really need to get rid of all of them. I've learned to not underestimate plants and how they propagate, and how resilient the weeds are. And I really need to eliminate every trace of it in here. And I need to really pick at it one by one, make sure every leaf is out. And then without ruining the soil. I don't want to dig too deep in the soil. I think the rain has really made the soil very fertile, which is why we have this lush forest of weeds that I didn't really expect. So I'm thinking about, you know, large and small scale decisions, and I need to consider the small scale stuff important too. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about right now. Hey guys, I'm doing a up angle here. So my goal with this garden right now for weeding is to start with this raised bed area, this 6 foot by 6 foot raised bed, to weed all that out, and then slowly get the immediate area around it and then spread it outward. The reason I decided that is actually based on one of my rules. Someday I'll get to sharing all my rules and principles on YouTube. I have like more than 100 of them. I can talk about rule number 8. I think it's funny to have them numbered too. Rule number 8 is about beauty. I think word for word I wrote, to serve others by connecting them, or allowing them to connect with beauty, and then allow beauty to propagate more of itself. And beauty tends to be something that is good for life. Like it's kind of difficult to explain scientifically, but the things that we find beautiful tend to be good for us. So I think it's not really fun, not really exciting for me to focus on productivity, which is kind of what I did in the past with this garden. I think if I just focus on making it pretty, it will motivate me to come out here more. It'll motivate everyone to kind of be in the presence of it. So I think that's going to be my goal. I'm an artist. I'm not a farmer. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've got a lot of the bed cleared out. So you can take a look here. I'm doing this in selfie mode because I want you guys to see me too. I think it's really quite nice. Got a lot done today. It's only been a couple hours been out here. I've been thinking about the thing I said about beauty, and how if the garden is beautiful, people will be motivated to come and hang out here. But I'm thinking about it even more deeply. If beauty is something that propagates itself. What if I become beautiful? What if I become like a super sexy six-pack guy, but not just on the outside, but on the inside too, have a beautiful heart? I think people will want to gravitate toward me too. This garden is an extension of myself because I worked on it. And if it is beautiful, maybe it will be a reflection or propagation of beauty within myself. And obviously beauty, you have to be careful about beauty, because you don't want beauty to be only skin deep, only on the outside. I want to become more beautiful inside and out. And I've never really had a motivation like that. And I feel like, you know, guys who focus on beauty is kind of silly. I used to think it's kind of silly, but my definition of beauty now is just like things that we see as appealing or attractive, but are also good for people. So the garden's gonna become beautiful, but so will I.